Welcome back, everyone! This is Jaronitis bringing you Feed the Beast 1710. Today we are starting on episode 76, and today we are going to be doing some Thaumic upgrades because we need to get some stuff taken care of. In between episodes, I cleaned up the little bit of taint, by the way. Thank you for noticing it. I don't remember what the guy's username was. I completely blanked out. If I remember, I'll put your name in there because you said, oh god, it hurts to think so hard. Anyway, thank you for pointing out there was in the last video, there was a piece of taint on the redstone block. And by finding that, I also found that there was a piece on the glass above. Thank you very much for pointing that out. I really appreciate that. I don't know that it would make any difference it being there, but on the off chance that it would, thank you. Alright, so in between episodes, I have been doing some research. If we look around, I have been buying stuff left and right. And I go to the one tab where there's nothing that needs to be bought. I bought all kinds of stuff, upgrades, all the different researches. And I have discovered something. I kind of ran out of research points. It happens when you have to buy things. It's cheaper research point wise to actually do the research game, but it's annoying to do the research game. So if you're not going to, you need to have a way to compensate for it. By the way, just so you guys know, you could actually use bottled taint right here if I wanted to take this research. It gives me warp, and that's why I didn't want to do it, because I don't want to get warp. I will down the line get warp and do a bunch of stuff with the warp that I receive, but I'm not ready to get a whole bunch of warp effects on me now until I'm ready to clean up the warp as well. So bottled taint is basically a bottle of taint that you can throw, and it causes taint to spawn. So I could have taken that over there and thrown it at the hungry node, and it would have caused that biome to change as well. So I didn't, like I said, I don't want to get into warp until I'm ready to deal with warp overall. Like here, this is the soap that fixes warp, but I don't have that available yet. All right, so like I was saying, we're going to go ahead and do a couple of things. First thing we want to do is fix it so we can fix our wands. Let's see. No, it should be over here. No. Yeah, it is up here. Duh. All right, so we got ourselves a node fixed up, and we need to get a V-charge relay. Okay? The V-charging relay is going to allow me to charge my wands in a very specific way. So to do this, we're going to need some Greatwood rods, and we're going to need some V-relays. V-relays are actually very simple. They're just iron around balanced shards. Now, I spent some time making some balanced shards. We've made them before, but just real quick, I'll let you know again. It is... Specifically, it is 2 of each type of aspect, and whatever aspect, 2 of 5 of the primals, and then the shard that is not of the primals that you have in here, okay? Basically, the really, really easy way to do this is just to go like this. Okay, I have 21 balanced shards. I'll probably actually need more than that before it's all said and done. But it's really simple to do this. You make a little bit of a mess when you do it this way. Which one did I miss? Green, yellow, blue, orange. Oh, yeah, orders. Okay, it's actually really easy to do it like this. If you have plenty of shards, just go in here and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 6th one gets you the balanced shard. You do wind up having some extra stuff left over, but that's really not very relevant, and I'll get to that as well this episode. Alright, so now that we have that, we need to go ahead and get... I don't need these, but I can make more later, so it's not a big deal. But we're going to go ahead and make ourselves some V-relays. And we're going to need some Greatwood logs. And let's see, we're also going to need some iron. By the way, for information's sake, I have turned off the quarry. The flames are still burning, and it's still generating godly amounts of mana. But it is... I turned off the block placers, and that is going to stop the blocks from being placed. So the mana is still being generated, but it is being voided. So just so you guys know about that. All right, so real quick, we're going to need to make some V relays. And like I said, that's actually quite simple. And we're going to need, actually, we're going to need quite a few of these. So let's, insufficient V. Let's fix that. No, let's not. Because I have the relays. That's what's necessary. I don't want to get ahead of myself because if I get to the point, I need to make this first. 16 fire, order, and air. So that shouldn't be a big deal. But we should be able to go ahead and, wait a minute. Okay, it was just iron. Okay. And I don't want to use up all of my stuff before I actually get this made. 2 of these. That and that. One of those there. And then iron there and there. Yep, see, insufficient V. I need to... Nope. Oh, please tell me I didn't screw up. Please tell me this other one has... Uh-oh. Ah, that was close. That was closer than I really wanted it to be. All right, so the cool part about this V-Charge relay is it uses a charged, no, charged? Why am I thinking that I'm saying charged and it's wrong? Energized, because it's energized, not charged. Anyway, it uses an energized node's power in order to power your Arcane Worktable. So we're going to place this on here by shift right clicking. And you can see that nothing has changed. And that is because we need to get the V relay hooked in here. So we're going to go ahead and break this piece of... What was that? What? What is this? I broke a piece of glass and I got a lost map from factorization. Probably leads to lost treasure. I have no idea what that's about. That's weird. So we're going to put this V relay right here, and this should hook from here to the charged node, and from the charged node down into the Arcane Worktable. Now when we put our wand in here, we can watch. Oh, look at it go. It is recharging the wand. And you can see that it's recharging air right now because the beam is yellow. Okay, and it's recharging it rather quickly. It's actually doing a slight recharge on some of the others as well, but its main one that it's charging is air right now. Now, when air gets filled, it will go ahead and switch to a different color and go ahead and start charging that one mainly. So now, I can recharge my wands forever. Since I got that piece of glass, actually, let's go ahead and take care of this. Yeah, you gotta be really careful that you don't accidentally break your stabilizer. You break the node stabilizer, you will be an unhappy person. Sweet. All right, so now the wand is charging, and wow, we're still not full yet. I thought it was going to be a little bit faster considering how big that node is, but I guess it only goes to a certain point. Here, it's about to change color, and we should go to green. Yep, switch to green, and it's recharging that wand as well. Sweet. All right, so now that we have that, there are a couple of other things that we can get that also work off of the energized node. Okay, one of those things is going to be in the alchemy section, I think. It should be in the alchemy section. Maybe I don't have it researched yet. Or no, it's probably in Thaumic Tinkering. Okay. Do I not have the research for it? Is it in Thaumic Esoterica? No. Okay, I'm missing something here. Hang on a second. There it is. It's in the Artifice section. I would have thought that it actually would have been in the Alchemy section. It's a Flux Scrubber, a boon for the Messy Thaumaturge. Basically what this is, it is going to clean my flux. Okay, if you see here, I've got this flux gas up here that came out of the cauldron, and the crucible that is, and cleaning that up, I can place blocks and then break the blocks, but I don't want to do that. I want it to fix it for me. So we need to make a couple of these. All right, so that's going to require some iron bars, some arcane stone blocks. Ooh, Essentia tubes. I don't know if I've got those already. V filters and arcane bellows, and the arcane bellows are just some blocks, iron, a shard, and some leather. Also very easy to make. And it's all done here with a nice full wand. Actually, let's just go ahead and toss this wand in there and let it charge while I'm getting this other stuff together. Okay, so let's check this out real quick. Essentia tubes. Okay, I do have the research for the Essentia tubes. We need quicksilver drops, glass, and gold nuggets. Quicksilver drops, if you click here, it doesn't have a recipe, but the recipe for quicksilver is actually very simple. It is you smelt cinnabar? Yes, cinnabar. All right, cool. So I am going to pop over to the main base. I'm going to smelt up some cinnabar and get the other stuff together so we can go ahead and make a couple of things. I'm going to be making multiple things, actually, to do some really cool things. So give me just a second to get some cinnabar cooked up, and then we'll be back when I'm ready to craft some things. All right, got some things together here. We're going to make ourselves some V filters. I can make as many of these as I really want because I can recharge constantly and I have plenty of the stuff necessary to make things. And I'm going to need a lot of these V filters before it's all said and done. So for now, I'm done with the silver wood. And let's see, we're making the V filter, and then we're going to be doing the arcane bellows, iron, shard, leather, and then planks. Iron, shard, leather, and then planks. Planks? Do I have the iron and the leather backwards? Okay, what did I do? Oh, it has to be an air shard. Whoops. I knew that. Sometimes you just miss the little details, right? Alright, I'm actually going to use quite a few of these before it's all said and done, but I probably won't need quite that many. And look at it recharge. Isn't that beautiful? Although I really just overstepped myself by a little bit. Oops. Alright, so I don't need that. I do need some iron bars. Should be fine there. And the whole time this is recharging as well, so let's see. We got these. I'm going to want probably 5 flux scrubbers before it's all said and done. Don't really need 5 per se, but we're going to make them anyway. So we got the V filters, we got that, we got these. The Essentia tubes, so we're going to need some glass, gold, and the quicksilver drops. Quicksilver drops, easy to come by. Probably won't use that much overall. But let's see, we're going to need some gold nuggets. 5 is good. And we're also going to need some glass. Please tell me I have some glass. That works. Alrighty, so let's see. First off, quite clear glass to normal glass. Then glass, gold nugget, bellows. Wait a minute, what am I making again? I lost track. Oh, that's right, we're making the Essentia tubes. I knew that. So yeah, don't need that. Quicksilver drops. And the iron. And these make 8 apiece, which is excellent. Again, I probably don't actually need all that much, but I'm okay with using extra. I have extra. Alright, so now we should be able to go ahead and make these. I'll need some more arcane stone blocks, which I've got the normal blocks here. So that should be fine. We should be good to go with that. That, and I don't... Oh yeah, the bellows, duh. There we go. And awesome, it's already back to full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 just because. Alright, so here's the cool part. We're going to go ahead and put one of these into use right away. But we're also going to... let's see. I don't think I have to have these. According to the book, it says that when they are powered with air V, They remove any form of flux within 16 blocks from where it is placed. Okay, so that is excellent to know about. We're going to go ahead and put this. I want to put it right here in the corner. Except that I don't actually want it to be right. I wanted to place it on the glass, not break the glass. So we should be able to put this here. And yep, did you see the little particle effects? It's already starting to clean up. Now, the really cool part about this is that if you read here, it has an internal buffer, and it will continue operating even when full, so it must be emptied to reclaim essentia. In other words, it makes, here it says, Percantio essentia. Okay, so it's going to make some of the magic essentia, and I want to keep that essentia. So in order to keep said essentia, I am going to crystallize it with the essentia crystallizers. All right, I'm going to need more tube, which is cool. We're going to need balanced shards, which I have. We're going to need dispensers. I don't think I have any dispensers. Let me take a look. You get off of there. Nope, no dispensers. That's okay. I can't craft from here. Arg! Let me run home and craft some dispensers. There we go. Got that taken care of. Now that I have the dispensers, we got the iron, we got the balanced shards. I should be able to grab that. We've got the essentia tubes. We don't have this alchemical construct. Now, this is used for automated alchemy, essentially making it so you can cook things with the crucible, but not have anything left over. We might get into that. I don't know if I'm going to be making enough stuff to constantly have that supplied, but I might. There's a couple things I might want to make easy and have constant amounts of, but we'll get to that in a minute. Well, we'll get to that later on if I decide to. Anyway, the alchemical construct is actually pretty simple. It's just 2 V filters with 2 essentia valves, essentia tubes, and greatwood planks. The essentia valves are just essentia tubes with levers. So I should be able to go ahead. I think, hopefully, I've got some levers. It'd be hilarious if I didn't. There we go. So we should be able to go ahead and get that out of here. And I don't need that either. Or that. All right, so we should be able to go ahead and, let's see, it was, oh wait, no, wait, I need the greatwood planks. I shouldn't have shift-clicked that, but oh well, that's fine. So we should have the greatwood planks in the center, V filters on the outside edges. Oops, except that I need to make the valves first. There we go. And so now we should have the valves here, greatwood in the center, V filters on the edges, and then just normal everyday essentia tubes in all of the rest of the slots. Sweet. Now we're going to need, how many of these do we need? We need 1 of these per crystallizer. So I'm going to be using more than 1 crystallizer, so I'm going to go ahead and make multiples of these. I can actually make as many of these as I really want to, because the only thing I'm really missing is some more tubes, and I can make that plenty of. So that's not a big deal, but let's go ahead and do this first. Balanced shards here. Drawing a complete blank again. Any kind of planks. Ah, crud, I ran out of tube again. See, I knew I needed more tube. Hang on. There we go, all set. Go ahead and make all 4 of them because why not? I'll regret it later, it's okay. So now what we can do is request a chest. And I'll tell you why I wanted the chest here in just a second. For now, let's put that. Actually, you know what? That doesn't really matter. I've got wireless AE. I don't need to do any of that. All this stuff can just go in here, and I can request it as necessary down the line. So, yeah, that doesn't even matter. So, let's see. As a matter of fact, not only that, but I can actually use this chest. I don't need to request a chest. I can just take this one. All right, and what we're going to do is we're going to go upstairs. And where did I put the... There's the cleanup thing. All right, so because we have the cleanup thing there, and you can see the hole in the back of it, we're going to put 1 of these essentia crystallizers right here. and you can see there's magic in it. And it took power off of the node. I don't know if you saw that real quick, but it went ahead and crystallized that magic essentia into a crystallized essence. And that is pretty cool. We're going to go ahead and put this right here. And that is going to basically, whenever that crystallizes something, it will store the crystallized essentia in that chest instead of just dropping it into the world. So just for fun, let's just go ahead and let's make a mess. Let's purposely make a mess. Yeah, I've got 25,000 apples. Let's throw a stack of apples in here just for fun. Oh yay, look at all the mess. Alright, it is already making a mess, but we're going to go ahead and release more mess. Alright, now as you can see, it is actually going ahead and cleaning up this down here. You'll see the particle effects. Or maybe not. Come on. There it goes. Okay, so it's just taking its time. Now what we should see is, as it cleans this up, we should see that on the crystallizer should start to spin up and it'll make a new essence. Unless it already did and I missed it. Nope, nothing yet. I wonder if I should put more than one of these here. Nah, it cleans it up over time. A little bit slower than I expected, actually. Well, that's okay. It'll be fine. Alright, so before we get too far beyond this, now you notice that I'm not wearing my thaumaturg's gear anymore, because honestly, it doesn't really matter. The number of things that I can do without having to worry about, it's like, oh no, it costs more V to do that. I don't care. I've got infinite V now. I don't even need to set up a wand recharging station if I don't want to. I can just leave this here and it will charge itself, which is actually really cool. You're just not going to do it, are you? That's fine. All right, so as I said earlier in the episode, when you're buying all kinds of stuff, you need to have the ability to get more research points, okay? And unfortunately, you will eventually run out of things to scan, okay? Knowledge fragments are a good way to get extra research points. And I don't know if this isn't, no, this isn't going to tell me about that. So if we look it up in NEI, the knowledge fragments can be made from lore fragments from magic bees, but that is the only way that it shows that, and that's scholarly or savant queens, okay, that are going to produce that. Now, I could go through all that, but it's only a 2% or a 5% chance to get lore fragments, and that would technically be a way to get these, but it takes a really long time, okay? So we can try to do that to gain more research points through knowledge fragments, but other than that, we can use a deconstruction table. Okay, a deconstruction table is actually a fairly basic thing to make. Actually, I can probably throw one together real quick. Yeah, you know, I'll go ahead and make one of these just to show you guys how it works, although I'm not actually going to use it. But let me throw it together real quick, and I'll come back and show you how it works. All right, there we have it, and now we have a deconstruction table. Now, if you read in the book about the deconstruction table, it's going to tell you that you need research knowledge, okay? Basically, a deconstruction table, it takes any object and breaks it down to give you basic research points, okay? As you can see here, it says it breaks it down, compound aspects, only the primals remain, okay? Much knowledge is lost, and at best you can hope for is a single piece of primal knowledge. For example, Metallum will break down into Terra and Ordo. Only one of those has a chance of being discovered. And it even says has a chance of being discovered. Okay, so keep in mind this is a percentage chance kind of thing. Okay, so for the deconstruction table, the easiest thing to do is to fill it with crafting tables. Okay, crafting tables can get you any of the primal aspects. And as you can see, I actually went, wow, actually one for one there. Okay. It's supposed to be a chance, but apparently it's going to give it to me straight up. That's actually kind of cool. Okay, so I thought that it would go a couple times without. Now, each time it has to, boil down, you have to go ahead and actually click to get it. And as you can see, it is giving me research points for that. So that's kind of cool. Now, if you throw something else in here, like, let's see, let's throw this bucket in there just for fun. It's going to boil down, and it took the bucket but didn't give me anything. Okay, so be careful what you toss in here. Apparently, crafting tables always give you something. So I guess the deconstruction table is really good if you want to go with crafting tables to have an infinite amount. Now, the minus side of this is you actually have to stand here and do this, so this is kind of a minus side. But that's fine, and it's kind of cool that it shows the little outline above it of what it's actually doing, and it discovered aqua. So if we do this, it's nothing, and then when it finishes, you can see that we got Terra. So that, I think, is really cool. It's just a little detail that I think is actually really neat. There's no way to automatically get this. You actually have to sit here and continuously click in order to get the stuff out of it. Okay, so this is cool, and it works. But I want to do something a little bit different. And for that, we're going to go into the Thalmic Esoterica section. Thalmic Esoterica is actually a very interesting section. It has all kinds of neat little goodies in it. We're going to go around Thalmic Esoterica quite a bit. There's a lot of things in this tab that I want to make, like the Everfull Urn. I actually want to do this, but that requires infusion crafting, and I just don't really feel like infusion crafting right now. So we're going to get to the Everfull Urn soon, but not quite yet. What we are going to get into, there's a couple of things here. For instance, the Talisman of Nourishment. This is also infusion crafting. I will be making this at some point. This actually basically feeds you without you having to feed you, and that's really cool. What we want is the think tank, okay? And with that research, it says your search and a way to automate research has finally come to an end. You have found that purified zombie brains make the perfect research aid. Okay, now basically what we're going to do is we're going to make knowledge fragments in sacrificing books. Oh, this is infusion crafting too. I hate you. Oh, instability high too. Oh man, that's not good. I wonder if I can throw this together soon enough. We need 40 Cognito, 30 Exanimus, and 20 Census. The rest of this is actually not too hard to do. Now, if you want to get the think tank, now this is actually very important. To get to the think tank level, okay, you have to scan a zombie flesh, a zombie brain, and then a furious or angry zombie that spawns out of one of the nodes that's either in one of the obelisks or well, actually the big obelisks, and then there's the little obelisks, and then a sinister node that spawns angry or furious zombies. You have to scan one of those zombies in order to unlock this research. Now, make sure you have a lot of the other stuff done as well, or it won't unlock it correctly. Okay, so and these are instability as well. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do this. Yeah, I'm going to have to do this off camera because we're running out of time for the episode, and I really want to get this functional before I call it the episode done. So, I need 3 purified brains. The other stuff is perfectly easy to make. Cognito, Exanimus, and Census. And the purified brains are just a bucket of water, a golden apple, and a potion of weakness along a zombie brain. So, yes. All right, give me just a minute to get some of this stuff together, and I'll come back when we start infusion crafting. Alrighty, got most of our stuff boiled down now. Still building a little bit here and there. I was melting some skulls to get the last little bit of stuff I need. Fun side note, with the crystallizers, if you happen to have... Now remember, the files can only take 8 at a time. They can't take any less. I have 2 Sano left over, and I don't want them to be left over, so I'm going to crystallize them. And now the Sano is gone and can be used later as crystallized essence. Toss that in there. That's pretty cool. I really like the fact that that works that way. As a matter of fact, I can actually go ahead and crystallize everything that's left over. And I went ahead and put a relay up here, which, by the way, draws on the earth aspect to go ahead and crystallize. And this stuff crystallizes fast. Like, I'm really impressed at how quickly this stuff crystallizes. And now we have a bunch of crystallized essences that we can just toss and save for later. Neat. Now, I could have just, put those over in the jars, but I wanted to show that this was possible. So, hooray! That works. Alright, so I should have everything I need to be able to go ahead and get all this done. Sano is very annoying to make, by the way. I actually only managed to get 24 of it. Golden apples, very good for getting Sano, but they have a lot of other stuff on them, so it's very annoying in that respect. And the only thing I completely forgot about was a wand. Oops, not this level. Come here, Silverwood Wand. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and purify some zombie brains. 1 potion of weakness, 1 bucket of water, 1 golden apple. Go. Yeah, wrong thing. How about this? Go. Takes in the stuff from up there. It's good to go. Pieces are being drawn in. This is a very minor instability thing, so I don't have to really worry about things going wrong. Oh, cool. It left me an empty bucket. I didn't realize it. I thought it took the whole bucket. That's fine. Bucket. Potion. And a golden apple. And sure, why not? Again. Thankfully, this doesn't take a whole lot to do, so it won't take very much to get this. Now, the next one is going to have a high instability risk. That's why I'm going to make an extra. I'm going to make an extra brain, so that I don't have to worry about it. Hopefully, I won't have more than 1 destroyed. It would be pretty unfortunate if I did, but there's a certain amount of, I don't know, gruesomeness to this, don't you think? I'm actually taking brains and zombie brains and turning them back into human, like normal brains. That seems strange to anyone else. Now, if this gives me a problem, I'll probably wind up waiting until next episode to go ahead and finish this. Because there's a way to make it so you have more stability in your altar. And I may wind up going to do that just because I left the space underneath this altar in the very bottom here empty. So I'm probably going to go ahead and put some stability increasing items down there if I get trouble here. If not, later on when I'm going to be doing more infusion crafting, I will do it then. So I have every intention of doing it anyway. So let's see. So now I believe we should be good to go for the other. 1 think tank. Alright, so 3 brains around 1 warded jar, scribing tools, thaumonomicon, and thermometer. Now that I hadn't thought about. I don't have the extra thaumonomicon handy. 3 brains with an extra brain. Let's see. I don't think I have an extra thaumonomicon. Let's take a look. Oh, I do. And an extra thermometer. Nice. Okay, now if I have scribing tools, I'm going to be like, where do I have... Okay, I don't have any scribing tools. That would have been really impressive if I had had that. But, okay, feather and ink sac, and I can make it real quick. Alright. I should really make... Yeah, because this is an instability high recipe. I've got to assume that something's going to be destroyed. I really... See, this is why I don't like doing this when I'm not really prepared for it. But I really want to get this working before I close the episode, so... We'll make 1 more of these. Okay. So that, not that. And what am I missing? Extra scribing tools, extra thaumonomicon. the one to start it with. Extra thermometer. Oh, that's what I don't have on here. I don't have the thermometer on here. Thermometer. Okay. So I think that's actually the correct recipe. So extra thermometer, extra brain, extra scribing tool, extra thaumonomicon. And that should be it. Yep, those 4 items. All right, let's hope. Now, real quick, let's see. This is going to require 40 Cognito, 30 Exanimus, and 20 Census. I believe I made preparations for all of that. 48. 64. And 40 Cognito. Uh-oh. I only have 24 Cognito. I need to burn some more books. Yes, burning books helps with infusion crafting. Of course, water. Metallum. There we go. Alright, I'll need another file. I will be so much happier when I have a golem to do this for me. I think I'll try to do that next episode. Get the golem to do this for me, because I cannot stand it. You know, I spent forever standing here. I really didn't think I would actually have to wait to do this. I really hope I don't mess this up either. Well, no. I was about to say I'll cut the episode here, but I don't think that would be right. 40, 30. Okay, I've got the stuff necessary now. Let's kick this thing off, and no file with that there. Here's hoping. Okay, I've obviously done something wrong here. What have I done wrong? Think tank. Thermometer. Thaumonomicon. Scribing tools. Oh! Pfft, dummy. I didn't put the thing in the center. I need an empty jar. It usually helps to actually have what you're infusing stuff into before the recipe will actually start to function. It's one of those things, right? Okay. Hooray! Alright, now let's... Come on, no problems. Uh-oh. Okay, which was that? That was a brain. Yep, it's 3 brains. 1, 2, 3 brains. Did it break it? It should have just knocked it off. Ah, yeah, that's fine. Strike me with lightning. I'm okay with that. I offer myself to be zapped. Oh no, it took another brain? Oh no, good. Brain. Good, good, good. Come on. Come on, come on, finish. Don't zap anything else off. Come on. Come on. Yes! 1 think tank. Hooray! For a second there, I thought I wasn't going to remember, see what it was. The 1 brain, it actually stayed, so that's awesome. All right, so I need a bookshelf. Just 1. And I will need a bunch of books. All right, now the way this thing functions, you need to have a large open space around it, which I should be able to do... Yeah, I can do it on this level. This level seems good. What we're going to wind up doing is we're going to put the bookshelf here with the think tank on top of it. Okay? Now, according to the Thaumonomicon... Oh, hush. You shouldn't have red eyes. I purified you. Okay, the think tank has to have space all the way around the tank, and then nothing up above it. So now that is correct. All right, so we right-click this, and we should be able to give it books. Okay? And the brains in the think tank are going to read the books, and when they get done reading the books, we will wind up having... Hey, I'm supposed to get a knowledge fragment per book. Apparently not. It's kind of like the deconstruction table, I guess. Really, guys? How many books does it take for a knowledge fragment? Let's see. A quantity of knowledge fragments. Not perfect, and supplied books are destroyed in the process. Yeah, that's fine. Note that a wand does not need to be used. Okay, so it actually should just be functioning. Wow, okay. Hang on a second. Let's see how many knowledge. I'm going to skip until it finishes with the books, and we'll see how many fragments we get. All right, it finally finished. By the way, you might see that I spent some time at the deconstruction table while I was waiting. And we wound up with 4 knowledge fragments for a stack of books. Now, I don't know if it's supposed to be 4 knowledge fragments for every stack of books, so I'll put this other stack of books in here, and we'll find out. Now, the cool part about knowledge fragments is when you right-click them, which I would call eating them, but maybe not. Actually, I need to wait for that to finish scrolling. I know, just right-click it once, and you can see that I got a bunch of the basic research points. Fire, air, order, either way. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 research points per knowledge fragment. Honestly, at this point, it is faster to use the deconstruction table. Now, the deconstruction table, you can't automate. Now, if you look at the think tank, the way you have it set up, you can't have any blocks around it. So it's going to make automating it not impossible, but difficult. So I'm going to find a way to go ahead and automate it, and that way it can just continuously run all the time. And I'll just have it auto-crafting books and books being put in it, and even maybe getting the knowledge fragments back out of it. So that'll be really cool. But I guess that's going to be it for this episode. We're running over just a little bit, and I apologize for that. But, you guys will get over it. So next episode, we're going to do some more upgrades. Oh, wait a minute. Did we ever get a second piece of... Yep. Cool. So that actually does work. So we're going to play with a couple more toys with Thaumcraft. I'm going to get some golems going because I need to get a decanting golem to go ahead and keep this stuff full. I need to devise a way to go ahead and keep these full of all the appropriate things. I'm not really sure how I want to do that yet, but it's an interesting problem. Anyway, I got to think on that for a little bit because I'm really not sure how I need to do that. I really want to, and I want to make it really cool and easy to do, but I'm not really sure exactly how that would be best done. So until next time, this is Jeronitis signing off on episode 76 of my Let's Play series. Like me if you like me, subscribe if you want to see what I get into next, and as always, help spread the gaming!